Whenever somebody doubts you or say something negative about you, failed 3 times in college. If they fit the 3 Fs, they don't think very highly of you. Life is so crazy because every single day is an opportunity. Here's another tip. Whenever somebody doubts you or say something negative about you. Hello YouTube, my name's Jake. Well, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to talk about my experience, my advice, and my tips on how to care less about what people say or what people do. If you're trying to do things with your life that don't fit the mold or don't fit what other people expect you to do, then you're gonna get a lot of hate. You're gonna get a lot of criticism. The only times where someone is criticizing you or saying something about you and you should listen to it is if they fit the 3 Fs. If they don't feed you, if they don't finance you, meaning like, you know, pay your bills, give you money. And the last one is if they're not your girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband, you know, the person you're spending time with. If they're not those 3 things, their opinions don't matter at all. At all. Why should it? Why should their opinions matter at that point? If they're not those 3 things, why should their opinions matter? The next time somebody says something to you and you get self-conscious and you get heated up, think about that. If they're not feeding you, if they're not financing you, and if they're not your significant other, who cares? Throughout my many years of being alive, yeah, I know I sound old right now. I've gotten many criticisms and many doubts about me. Growing up, I was always a kid that, you know, didn't really do well in school, who liked to play and do bad things. I think I was always like a C student in high school. So when I got to high school, everyone was saying that like I wasn't gonna graduate high school. And then when it came to the end of high school and I was graduating, they're like, you're not gonna get into college. I got into college. And during college, everyone was saying, you're not gonna make it out of college, you're gonna fail out, you're not gonna graduate college. Mind you, I almost failed 3 times in college. 3 times I almost failed, but I graduated. And now look, here I am doing YouTube. Great. And even now, people say that like, you know, I'm on YouTube making videos, it's not getting anywhere, you know, it's a waste of time for me. And even the other stuff that I do online, they're like, you know, you haven't made any money from it. Why are you still doing it? It's a waste of time. Get a job. And hearing those things from the people around me that I do care about really did affect me. So now you might be asking, yeah, Jay, what about, you know, family members, your mom and your dad, you know, putting you down and saying that you can't make it or you can't do it? If you're in that situation, from my experience, the best thing that you can do is not to listen to them, but to like use their criticism as fuel to do better. Like you have to be doing your utmost best, and you can't lie to yourself and, you know, put in an hour of work and then the rest of the day you're watching like, you know, K-dramas or watching K-pop or something. You have to be consistent and you have to be working hard every single day to put in that work to make sure that, you know, you're doing your best. That's the first and most important thing that you have to do, is to make sure that you're doing your best no matter what. The second thing you should do is communicate to them that this is your dream, this is what you really want to do, and this is what you're passionate about. And if they still say like, you know, you should really get a job, go do something else with your life, with your time, then ignore them. I don't mean like ignore them in terms of like cut them out of your life. I meant like ignore what they say about that part of your life. Granted, you should have money or income coming in to like help you survive and live. You know, if you need to pay your rent, you can't be doing YouTube and not making any money from it and expect to, you know, live. You should chase your dream, but you need to do what you need to do to survive first. Being able to care less of what other people say or do is one of the best things that you can do for yourself ever. Full disclaimer, I still care about what other people say about me, just not that much anymore. And the way I can tell that I'm still conscious about what other people say about me is that I can't vlog in public. I can't walk around with a big camera on a tripod and a microphone, arms out, recording. I still can't do that. But I've come so far in terms of like pushing what other people say about me, what other people think about me out of my head and out of my life. Even with like YouTube, right, I get a lot of comments. And for the most part, they're all very positive. But there are sometimes there's people who are very negative and are trolls on the internet, and they say negative things. I'm able to comment back and laugh it off and, you know, make it into a funny thing for me. Even with family and friends, when they say things about me or doubt me, I'm still centered. I'm not really bothered by it because I know that I'm putting my full effort into this, and they don't see all the work that you're putting in under the surface. You know, all they see is the surface. All they see is this part where the results are. If there's no results up here, they're probably thinking you're not really doing anything. You're being a lazy bum at home and not really putting in work. I always like to say that a lot can happen in a year. Your whole life can change in a year. Seriously. There's people on YouTube who've been making videos every single day for 1 year and they have 1 million subscribers somehow. It's crazy, but your life can really change if you put in the work. If you're passionate about something, go for it. You can start a business at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year, you can be broke or you can be very successful, or you can be on your 5th business that you open. Life is so crazy because every single day is an opportunity. You could go out to your supermarket, buy a lottery ticket and win and become a millionaire. Or you can go out, get into a fight with somebody and then go to jail. Like, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. But the one thing is that like your life can change. And once I realized those two things where like, you know, people only see the surface and that your life can change any day, that's when I stopped caring about what other people say about me or think about me. They could say, you know, I'm lazy, you know, I'm wasting my time, I'm not making any money, this is not gonna go anywhere. I don't care about any of that stuff. Even if they're close to me, even if they're my close friends, which I've had friends say that to me before, and I've had family say that to me before. And you also have to understand that sometimes these people, when they say these things to you, is not from a hate perspective. It's more from a caring perspective, because they want you to do well. They don't want you to suffer. They don't want you to, you know, not have money coming in. They don't want you to starve. They want you to, you know, get a job so you can actually provide for yourself first before you chase your dream, which is totally understandable and correct. But on the flip side, more often than not, it's from a place of malice. It's a place from hate and jealousy. Like, they don't want you to make it. They don't think very highly of you in terms of like your work ethic or like, you know, your potential. And if you know you're coming from a place of hate and jealousy and stuff, then you need to cut those people out of your life. If you can get away from them, get away from them. If you can't get away from them, ignore them. Stop interacting with them. Maybe just keep it casual, like, hey, what's up? And that's it. And the one thing that I've done, and I think that you should also do, is to stop talking about your business. Stop telling people what you're doing. Stop telling people, oh, like, this is my idea. Just stop telling people. And I know that this is really hard because humans want to tell other humans what we're doing. For some weird reason, humans like to share. They like to talk about themselves, right? So the one thing that I've learned is to stop talking about myself and what I'm up to. And when other people ask me what I'm doing or how I'm doing, I say, I'm doing good, you know, still working, everything's the same, still grinding, and I leave it at that. Here's my reasoning for that. If the other person don't know what you're doing, they can't shut you down. They can't shut that down. You know, if they don't know that I'm on YouTube, they can't be like, oh, like, but not everyone makes it on YouTube. They can't say that because they don't know that I'm on YouTube. If I'm starting a business, they can't be like, that's a bad idea. If they don't know what business I'm opening, or if they don't know what I'm doing, they can't be like, that's a bad business idea. That's not gonna work. You know, they can't shut the idea down. And going back to the beginning about doing your best, right? The reason why you want to do your best is so that you know you're doing your best. You know you're putting in the effort. You know that this is all gonna work out and this is all gonna pay off. It could take you a year, it could take you 5 years, it could take you 10 years with no results. But as long as you're doing your best and you know that like this is gonna pay off and you're confident in yourself, it really doesn't matter how long it takes because you're gonna get it done. Other people from the outside looking in might be like, wow, there's no results for 5 years. This is a bad investment. This is a bad investment of time. But at the end of the day, if you're doing your best and you know that this is gonna work and you know that you're gonna make it work, then it'll be all worth it in the end. It doesn't matter what they say, it doesn't matter what they do. In my experience, a few years ago, I stopped doing YouTube consistently. I quit YouTube pretty much. A couple years ago, I used to still care about what other people thought of me. And whenever someone would say something negative to me or whenever somebody would doubt me, it'll make me feel angry. It'll make me feel like there's a fire in me. Your body temperature starts rising up and you start getting hot. That's how it felt most of the time. And I realized that that feeling for my body wasn't doing me any good. And it's so hard to deal with it because most of the time, these kind of opinions or doubts are coming from your close friends, your close family members, people who you know and you love. And you think that like, you know, they will love you and support you. But in actuality, what you get is a lot of doubt. You have to understand in life that you're gonna get doubt and that has nothing to do with you. If they don't see your potential, who cares? You know, that's on them. Here's another tip. Whenever somebody doubts you or say something negative about you, ask yourself, are you harmed physically? If the answer is no, then who cares? If they attack you physically, that's their fault. If they attack you verbally, and you get hurt by their words, the only way somebody can hurt you with their words is if you let them, right? If you have a strong mind, you're confident in yourself, you're super confident and you know that you're gonna make it, or you know that like, you know, this is a good idea, and they're talking all this trash, would you really care about what they say? You have to understand that the thing with the mind is, it's your choice. But physical wise, if they hurt you physically, you gotta put them down, or you know, you gotta call the cops or do something. But if they're talking all this trash, that shouldn't bother you at all because you're confident in yourself. And here's a shameless plug. If you wanna watch a video about being more confident and, you know, loving yourself more, go watch my last video. That's it for the video. Thank you all for coming back and supporting me and showing love. If you're going through this type of situation, I hope this video helps you out. Let me know in the comments below what other video topics you want me to make or what other situations that you're dealing with that you want me to tackle. Thank you all for the love and support. Don't forget to like, comment, and share the video and subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, more videos to come. Peace.